Hey, hi. This is an impromptu broadcast from New Mexico, from the cowboy country of New Mexico, and today we're doing a broadcast, Space Cowboys. And so I'd like to invite you to join us today where we do a few mantras from the Samadhi Game Manifesto of Insight and Awareness, which is available to you as a free download at samadhigame.com. Thank you again for joining us. We have these meditations and broadcasts on pretty much a regular basis. Just finished reinstalling a lot of software, so we haven't had one for about a week. But I wanted to pick it up where we left off and test out some of the new fangled software that they just updated while we had to reinstall everything. So here it is. This is Samadhi Game, and this is our first mantra that we're going to give together. When we give these mantras together, we create a resonance and we create a memory of that which we know to be within us. And we state it in an affirmative tense, a personal affirmative tense, so that we can actually live into this reality. Come, join me. Here we go. By the way, you can download this free Manifesto of Enlightenment at samadhigame.com. You'll find the PDF and EPUB versions there, but you can also just follow along with us here today online as we do these mantras right here. There you can see it behind me. The shadowless light of Samadhi, its feeling, tone, and state of knowing. And this picture of Jesus is great. I mean, we love Jesus. He's wonderful. But you could also have, if you prefer the Buddha, or if you prefer Krishna, if you prefer St. Francis, you can put his picture there too, and the same effect will happen. Let's give this mantra together. Okay, come on. O glorious shadowless light of eternity, that brilliance of I Am Samadhi, shining in the void as 10,000 suns. Descend, 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 as the tangible substance of loving splendor, dazzling intelligence and palpable power for all to absorb and identify with. As the full and only authority throughout the earth, the boundless treasure house of the universe, and our infinite I Am Samadhi of scintillating fire and dazzling light, that I am. I release the power of mastery without limit now, releasing the self and flooding forth perfect miracles and all activities, bringing to pass the enlightenment of the ages, and letting every being on earth sense and surrender to the intimacy of this light. Everywhere, the fullness of this self expanding as love, wisdom, and joy forever. Now, great songs of praise and gratitude burst forth from the heart of humanity for that silent splendor poured out to all. Now, pure love flows forth from the heart of the secret love star, drenching the earth with the glory and ecstasy of golden pink liquid light. Now, the oneness of supreme love, wisdom, and blazing joy overwhelms this world of duality in its glowing orb of transmutation, reconciliation, and dominion, making of Tara a smiling sun of everlasting, all-powerful, limitless light, casting no shadow, and of which only that absolute perfection can forever dwell. Now, I am limitless gifts of all good things, anointing the earth with abundance, healing, and happiness for all mankind. O presence of a shadowless light from out the great silence, we identify with thee now. I am the elation and exhilaration, freedom and liberation of this eternal experience and gnosis of Samadhi. Its ecstatic hearing, blissful feeling, cosmic scent, sublime taste, and immaculate vision, holding all safely within that compassionate diamond heart forever. I intensify this feeling tone of I Am shadowless light in acknowledgement, acceptance, and awareness, surrender, devotion, and adoration for this state of knowing that this all-pervading I Am Samadhi, the intelligence of the heart that is divine illumination. I, and here you can say a name for yourself, which is beyond your normal awareness. Here it is. I, and here it is an example of the Ascended Master Gregory Donald Binkley, living Super Yogi Brilliance. am awake, as is. The ascended Master Jesus, or we could have said Buddha or Krishna or Muhammad or any of the many masters that have ever walked this planet and given forth teachings that have been revered throughout time. Or it could be John Smith down the street. This shadowless light, its feeling tone and state of knowing, that I am that never sleeps and enjoys all, now and forever. So that's a little sample of our first mantra in the Samadhi game. We can actually do these mantras together. We live here in New Mexico, and there are an awful lot of cowboys and ranchers and farmers out around where we live. And there's a certain down-to-earth, common-sense mentality that comes through their day-to-day lives and their tasks that they have to do. I find it in many ways very enlightening. The spaces that they live in day by day draw the consciousness out to this great expansiveness rather than this contraction. And hopefully in the same way, the ideas that come forth from the higher octaves can manifest themselves more and more clearly. These ideas of the divinity within manifesting as the divinity without. This is this tantra of awareness, this tantra of abundance that we speak about in the last chapters of Samadhi Game, which is a 5-chapter treatise on enlightenment, each chapter dealing with a different aspect of enlightenment. The first few chapters, the first chapter is divine identity. The second chapter has to deal with the dual human ego. The third chapter deals with a momentum developed on this identity and the realization and perspective of the dual human ego. The fourth chapter develops a perspective of the masculine-feminine balance within us. And the fifth chapter deals with this precipitation of the divine idea into matter. So we take what we feel to be the truth of our beings and express it outwardly. That is Tantra. It's taking heaven and making it on earth. It's not just a sexual union. It is actually bringing heaven into earth through our thoughts, our words, and our deeds. So let's go on and give another mantra. This is called the opening pillar of light, the pillar of the world. This is a great mantra for ensconcing yourself in a protective envelope. Something that can, like putting on your cowboy's overcoat as you're going out onto the plains. Actually, I think I'm going to take the camera here before we do this. Let's go ahead and put this on first, and then I'm going to take the camera outside and show you the snow coming down. It's pretty impressive, actually. Let's go do this mantra first, though. So we're going to go to 5. Opening pillar of light, the pillar of the world. Sublime I am, Samadhi that I am, enfolding me now in that mighty, magic, electronic pillar of cosmic light substance. My identification with its magnificent humility and thoughtful creativity, so powerful and complete, that I artfully and magically alter every polarity with healing unity. Within this majestic pillar of light blazes that love as the violet compassionate flame, in through and around my etheric, mental, emotional, and physical bodies, effortlessly dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling the dualities of my human ego, charging my world and all I contact with a tangible substance, living awareness, and conscious activity, the presence and superconscious samadhi of all enlightened beings, liberated and ascended masters, seeing, feeling, and hearing this light, as it shines, radiates, and resonates within me as a visible pillar of the world. Stabilized, supported, and sustained by the brilliant, elegant one, and infinitely sensitive to that invulnerable state of divine I am Samadhi. And let's give the Om together. Om. finish the mantra. Just a little bit here to finish. Eternity is my home. I do all that is necessary to actualize this ever-fresh realization and organize my life around it. Eternity is my home. I do all that is necessary to actualize this ever-fresh realization and organize my life around it. Eternity is my home. Space is my home. This abundance of space, this etheric space all about me is my home. I do all that is necessary to actualize this ever-fresh realization and organize my life around it. So let's go ahead and see what happens here when we take a view. I'm going to show you what I see. This is our Samadhi Game Manifesto of Enlightenment. This is the camera I'm going to be shifting here to. And we'll see now, this is a little tour around Sunny Mellow and the snow falling outside. It's lightened up a little bit, but it's still coming down. I'll take you out there and we'll see it. And then we'll end up the show with just a few ohms or a few thankfulnesses, and here it is. This is what I see here in real time as we're doing Samadhi Game. You can see the lighting that we have set up here about us. This is how we broadcast to you. And I'm going to take us outside, so let's go ahead and walk us outside. You know, as we attune ourselves to the Samadhi Game Manifesto of Enlightenment, let me just go ahead and put on a jacket here for you. Let me just hold on for a second. Put this down. Okay. We're going to go outdoors here. And here comes the snow. It's supposed to snow all night long here, and give us some snow in the morning. We might even be able to ski tomorrow. This is the path around Sunny Mellow, and it takes you over to Artista del Sol. For those of you who follow and see us on Facebook, you might see that that building down, that pathway down there at the far end, that is Artista del Sol. This is the Roland's patio here, and you can see the snow is coming down. It's starting to coat everything, and if it gets colder we should have a little bit of a buildup. I think it's actually cold enough. It's about 35 degrees out, 34 degrees. But I just wanted to give you a sense. We're walking back along. Oh, and there's Robbie's snowshoes ready to go. Let's go on back into Sunny Mellow where it's warm. We'll finish up this broadcast. Come on into the living room here and see. There's Marlena. Hi, Marlena. Hi. How are you? Hi. Hi. Yeah. All right. Here we are. Back here at Sunny Mellow. Come back here. Thanks for that little interlude. I think it was kind of fun to do. So I wanted to thank you for joining us with Samadhi Game. Samadhi Game is a process of rearranging our consciousness in such a way that we can actually accept the fact that we are divine beings. Live that way. Live the abundance, the rightful abundance, the rightful conscious neutral witness, that Christ consciousness, that monarch consciousness, that noble consciousness that can indeed adjudicate the events of a life on earth in respect and integrity, in love, in courage, and stand for those principles that can bring our individuality as well as the whole fabric of our society back into balance. I hope you join us again on Samadhi Game. It's always a little bit of fun, always a little bit of interesting conversation, and Robbie, my beautiful wife, is often with us. Today she's out and about, but she'll be back this afternoon. All right, for the next time, we look forward to seeing you. Enjoy your afternoon, and keep your eyes open to Samadhi Game. On the Samadhi Game Tribe, my Facebook site. You can also sign up at Ustream to follow Samadhi Game and get notified whenever we go live. All right, nice to see you. Enjoy.
It's pretty good. To me, it's not bad.